gentlemen, welcome to NLL Echoes. Today we have a special episode where we are hosting two distinguished guests of Ntare Lions League, and they are two MVPs. But of course, before we start, we can't forget to thank our sponsors, Big Shots Photography, making sure that the sound is beautiful, the pictures are coming out very well, and our usual supplier of the drink. You know, we can't have a nice podcast without Online Chupa. Thank you very much.
Is an OB.
Yes, it's an OB. Yes, and today we are hosted by Bohemian Residences. As you can see, we have a change of scenery, very beautiful home
in
Airbnb,
Mombasa,
located here in Chanja. So, of course, we'll start again by introducing our usual suspects. Wine Maguma, two-time coach of the season.
We're going to clear that this episode. We're going to clear that this episode.
Okay. One time.
Two-time?
No, not even one time.
He gave himself
Give
an
himself
award.
those
Two-time coach of the season, one-time champion.
At my expense.
And next to him is perennial commoner Nwajira, Steven.
Season 2 MVP.
You are not even in the league.
Who was MVP in season 2? See? You don't know. I'm here.
And of course, to my left is Aine Derick, the most decorated player in the NLL, joined in season 4
Counted.
as a goalkeeper. Later on, became a striker, as we are going to find out. He's been with us from season 4, and he's now a current MVP. And of course, we have Bannet Asinngura from Kajogo FC. Bannet is privileged to be the original commoner MVP.
You know what is funny? I wonder how someone can be a commoner for 14 seasons. You see, there have been commoners for a few seasons.
Just two.
But what they go through is not kawa. I don't think the pain people in Sato.
About networking.
You have to feel for Kajogo and Kafubs and our original commoner MVP here, Bannet. Guys, you're welcome. You're welcome to NLL Echoes.
Thank you.
And please feel at home. You can have some
I shot to that.
Yes. Brought to you by Online Chupa.
Mwana kakora tekira.
One boomer.
So,
Why you an easy?
Noaj, you mentioned, of course, you are trying to lie to the people that you are an MVP in season 2, which didn't happen, but we've had a number of MVPs. I think the first time we awarded was season 4, starting with Nwaha. Do you have anything you remember from that season?
I discovered that we don't have records from below season 4. So you see
the one who was keeping
what Banguma has been doing here is discover that this season they didn't give out coach of the season.
So he puts
So he
himself.
puts himself there. Two-time coach of the season, but those seasons they didn't give out that award, so there's no winner. So he just claims them. So Nanyanija and Kagamanta, season 2 champion MVP.
We have to believe.
You have to accept.
Do you know how Makuma became two-time coach of the season?
Yes.
Two-time. So at Namboli, they play. Ishera loses. Munge doesn't have a coach.
Mark put
Mark
They are
Zuma
looking for
puts
the coach of
himself
the
there.
season. Awards committee Mark Guma. He puts himself there because he's on the committee.
Let me tell
You have
you,
to be in the right place.
the truth is, guys, I'll only leave one statement. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
hate the game.
Just that.
We're hating from outside.
Guys, they hate it from outside the club. They're like, who's ends in there?
Yeah, but anyway, season 4 we had Nwaha, Messi, the original
Siamba.
Messi. He had a very fantastic season. I think they won the trophy that year.
Said the original Messi. So is the other Messi.
There have been so many
Mage.
Messi
Johnny
over.
Messi is a man.
Our boy Mage.
Yes. There's Messi Mage.
I don't care. I thought it was Johnny Messi.
Messi.
Taremo Messi.
There's also Tarema Messi, Mage, Bonche FC.
See,
No, and Messi.
Messi is a title bestowed upon a superstar talent who can
A
dribble
person
both
who can
feet,
dribble, yeah. Both
cross
feet and-
control.
So let me ask.
And he
when
was
you
really a
dribble,
talent. But Noah was really a top talent that year. He
Yeah.
took
is,
Sianga to the.
That is
the
one of the people you will always see, and then you'll be like, I wish I could play with this guy on the same team.
Didn't you play in that team? That
I-
season he won.
Yeah,
You were the
team
goalkeeper.
Chisianga, I
You were
happened
the
to be
goalkeeper.
But
How much
I don't
was
know.
the-
I don't think there would be
How
a
much was
striker.
the
How much was
Padium?
the blood man? The Padium.
Man.
Season 4, this is
I was
2015,
doing
2016.
vibes and Ishara for real.
That-
By then
I
there was
got-
nothing like.
I got detail of Aine's deal.
Please, let us know.
So Chisianga signed him. He was a first year student at Makerere. So they are giving him.
The original Muchuba.
Yes.
Number
By
one.
the way,
Number
yeah.
Now what
The
happened
very
was
first Muchuba.
Andrew Bamanya knew where he was staying. So as the semester was starting, passed by. Hakili with Zelsian. Mirate Fla.
The Fla.
Yes. Gamba. This is the team I
There
want you to play
in
for.
Mitchell Hall.
Nkrumah Hall.
Nkrumah.
This is the team I want you to play for. So when we're going, we bought the taxi together, Luzira, and that's all.
People actually do not get to understand what Entire League is about. But people who joined back then, they actually know the reason for being Entire League. You see, people have just called me the original Muchuba. Yes, I could have been the original Muchuba, but there was.
kgs of Siangas.
Original Muchuba.
But you see,
You
there
forced
was
the
there was a point in time. Let me give you a story. It would be briefer. How it all happened. My brother Arinda Drake of Chisianga comes to me and is like, Aine, by the way, Chisianga is a good team, but they do not have a goalkeeper. Yeah? You could come and play for them, and then you get involved in the Entire League. It is something nice. You should come. It happens every Sunday. So I'm like, hey man, are they going to give me Kamane? Because by then I was kind of used to playing as a Muchuba. So
First year student from Kavan.
so I'm like, you know what? If they're giving him Kamane, I'm going to come. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to pay for your transport. Drake pays for my transport. We go to Games Cambridge, Butabika.
What did
First-
Bamanya give you? You're skipping that part.
The Chisianga, the contract you signed.
Confidential.
That's why
The
I-
contract you signed was for Chisianga.
So we go to Games Cambridge, and then I played my first game at Entire League for Chisianga. I found we had Proba on the team, we had Lewis on the team, we had
Guitar.
BA, and then we had
Guitar
Guitar on
Brian.
the team. So
Star
practically
player.
Chisianga felt like the father of our Shwechi, because they are the ones who introduced us to the league more or less. So after the game, we went for swimming, and then it was something fun. I felt like I got somewhere I was belonging, and it felt like home. People do not get Entire League what it means to most of us. It is actually home, because it is where you will go, and then you're not thinking about anything else that happened during the week. So after the game, we had all that swimming and everything. It was fun. We interacted with the old guys. I saw people who I used to see in Form 6. Kachanchari was in S6 when I was in S1.
Yeah.
I saw those guys and I'm like, hey, Zeno Othieno is here. it was something, and you're seeing Saviola, the man
Zeno
we used
in,
to
Zeno
see on the
out.
pitch, Barrere. And then you're like, hey, I'm actually getting to associate with these people. So the next Sunday, it is me who called Joey. You know Joey of Chisianga. Man who called him, at what time are we leaving? And it was I felt part of this, you get. After that, I never looked back. Debut season, and we had the trophy.
And then you had star player Messi.
No, Noaha is undisputed, if I may say. We've had players in Entire League, yeah, but Noaha was very special. Everyone actually knows that.
Gifted.
To the extent that even at our time at Entire, we had people, border people from town, closing their shops and coming to Kacheka specifically to watch Noaha. because everyone would hear there's this young boy called Messi. It was like
by then he was in Form 6.
Form 6? No. He was
Like
in around Form 4.
I was in senior 4.
So they never used to
4.
come to watch me because when he was in
Nice.
Form 4, I was there on the team. I was his captain.
Why not?
Why are you saying lies? You can ask.
That's how things go. No matter legends are made, and from at least what I've seen on the field and what I hear, Messi is rightfully Messi. Rightfully Messi.
Yeah, even up to now, it's what? We are now going to season 15, Fort Portal, Barra, or Scotland, to Crichton's home. I don't know where we're going, but Messi still plays for the entire school select team, which I think we are the coaches, right?
Yeah.
But I know you and I.
Yeah,
I
wonderful.
think this will get me feeling like what did Proba do to the earth?
Proper.
We had so much hope in Proba.
Too much pork. So season 4 is done. Noah takes the MVP. We come to season 5. Season 5 started when the I think that's when Abashwechi came in. Some other young teams came in, right? Season 5.
I joined season 5. FC Kabali.
Kabali came in 5. So many young teams came in.
Lions League Grand Slam champions.
Even,
they joined in season 5.
Yeah, but then
We come not to play.
we play the season, and then halfway the season, a certain man arrives from the US called Asinngura Bannet. Please, first tell us, how did you get to know about
Bannet
Bannet
was in the US for trials.
Zimbe.
He had gone for trials.
He had gone for studies. You tell us the
Studies or
story.
trials?
Let him let us know.
Actually, very few people know where Zimbe comes from, and I want it to remain very few people. But
So we'll call you
Wait a
Bannet.
minute, Zimbe. Where did Ziboni come from?
Zimbe was
I think
Carbon.
I know
But
that story
actually,
also.
most people think it is
Carbon.
what they think it is, carbon, but it's actually not.
It's
But
kind of related to carbon.
it's sort of,
It's
but
related to
not
Carbon.
really.
And the original Zibon was not Brian.
Yes.
It was Karashan.
Davis
Hey, Karashan.
Hey!
was
Yes.
the original carbon.
It was the original Carbon.
But he really had carbon.
Karashani Davis.
Karashani Davis was the original
Carbon.
Carbon.
Get people don't have
Carbon. But it was hard in those days when really to be an athlete and not have carbon. If you didn't have carbon, really, that
You
meant
couldn't
were
play.
Not good. You were
So
not
you're
good.
admitting that you had carbon?
Yes. But luckily for me, that wasn't my moniker. So, Nyoba Kanyeta Zimbe. For probably worse reasons or better reasons, who knows? You have to ask the categorians.
What does season 5?
So season 5, you
So-
arrived out of nowhere.
I did arrive.
Mid-season.
The man took over the league.
league. Mid-season.
After lunch.
Yeah, I think it was around after lunch. We won. You can come here and play. Like Vancouver, as you had mentioned, had just come back from the US. Of
Mid-season.
which mid-season there is a backstory of
14-game season.
of
Come in
how-
5 games to go, something like that.
But I was forced to go to Makerere. I was forced to go to Makerere. You go to Makerere, and when I was at Makerere, of course my friends were also there. Harrison played a big role.
You did go to Chambo.
I'm actually about 8 to actually because of Chambo. About 18 was in private colleges in the US, and actually that's where I was coming from.
By the I had an offer back in the US, but
To do what?
I was very patriotic Nagamba. Let me go to Makerere. But I could have gone to the US as well.
And you arrived in Nkuruma.
Actually, I saw his application.
Hey.
Nanaka Shaniche.
Hey.
Kuonka.
Hey.
Akajuli Rugavi.
Like right now.
No, because clearly you can even see what he's putting
By
right
the-
now.
If the cameras give evidence, it is.
This is
Ask around.
UK imported.
Most things are actually imported.
What is G&L?
85 USD.
What is G&L?
85 USD.
85 years
If
difference
it's
imported
inclusive.
from UK.
funaka today nzinga hii new GX agura Johnson munana
Bro, what is G&L?
this material
Okay, but
So, Bannet,
tying into what he's saying, UGX and USD. I mean, I get this question a lot. Why did you come back? What part of my training, at least, I had a rare opportunity. I think I'm one of the few lucky people of having to choose between football, a career in football, and a career in, well, a mainstream career.
Academics.
In academics, humbly speaking.
Do it all.
Yeah, and part of the reason I did here was because I was good at football, I was good in class. I'm generally an all-rounder.
Yeah, even the party.
I'm generally an all-rounder. I mean, you have to work hard and you play hard.
And you party hard.
You have to play hard, otherwise you won't work hard. By the way, that is a key message to you kids. You have to be an all-rounder.
Work hard, play hard, and party hard.
How do you do it? Isn't that how you do it?
It's the formula.
It's the formula, right? So,
next season, Ningova MVP at this rate.
No,
Because you're an all-rounder.
Now they are now giving advice to kids, and it's okay.
So I came back around 2015. For me, in our training, at least I'm a Shomerak to Ajidem. And I know you guys want us to speak English. If I speak English, the oxymorons will be too many.
that's what
And
we
I'll
want.
sound very pedantic. But we can continue. But the key thing I think for me was I wanted to make an impact at home.
Yeah.
And maybe I wasn't progressing as fast as I thought I could in other places. And one of the reasons why I hold the Lions League very special is many Ugandans would be like, why are you coming back? You've come back empty-handed, you're a failure. But the Lions League and my Kajugorian brothers embraced me because they knew who I was. And most people don't know, they usually don't understand, right? Or they might not really have the full information of
They could never. You see, I had this incident. I was at one of the Kajogo, one of the brothers in Kajogo. He had a wedding, Brian and Suzanne's wedding.
Foxes.
Yeah. So what happened is they called Fox's friends to give a speech. These guys came through. They said Kajogo, come through. They were still the same guy. And then you realize, once you go to Ntale, your life is about Ntale.
Yeah,
Your
that's
friends,
true.
your family, your workmates.
No, tell me I never has any other friends.
I mean, I had my sister's function. You people were telling me meeting at 2. I was there for like how many minutes? And I had to come back. So the Lions League is much more than family. Actually, some people are joking, how can you be a commoner for how many seasons?
Man.
You have sisters, Zimbe. Because we had established here on set.
I'm the only man who has sisters.
Van Guma and Aine Derick. Can't smell any sister. Yeah, bro, come change everyone.
Even Kevin behind the camera has no sister. Kenan is the closest.
Kenan is the closest to a sister.
Hey.
My brother, they
These
can't
two brothers.
behind the camera. He has a sister, but always on Chikono.
But by the way, if you guys have sisters, me now I'm ready for a sister. You bring her.
You want to marry at 45?
No, I want my at 30.
So Zimbe, you come back, you find there's a league, and they invite you to come and play.
Yes.
So how do you find out about the league? How do you end up at the pitch?
How do I find out about the league? I've always known about the league.
Even when you
From inception,
Yeah.
I knew about the league. Even though I might not have been entirely privy to the nitty-gritties of who was doing what, but season 1, I was very well aware. First of all, at the time, I think that's when Facebook was taking off here. So that's when all of you people were joining Facebook. So you joined Facebook and you are posting all
You joined Ali, Facebook. was
How did you feel? How
2006.
did you feel when you found out that your Kajogo bros
We are commoners.
I thought I could save
Was
them.
schooled by the Illuminati Kashoro boys.
I knew that
The two-time
because for
smartest.
me, I think in my entire career I've played 2 football matches against Kashoro and lost. And I've known these people since we've played games since 2002, and I've only lost 2 games. One was this season that just ended. So you can imagine.
And the final, and the first
So
final.
when they had one, I was like, no. This is not acceptable.
There's this thing I
But
want to
clearly I
know.
was wrong. It was
There's
acceptable.
this one thing I want to know. Was Aine a bowler?
He used to play cricket.
Ainemo was
He used to play cricket.
Mama Zima.
ati nyowe big bro thing about them on camera. Mubaze mukati.
I want to understand that thing because the way Aine was in that midfield.
What I know, Ainemo is a bowler right now, and that's what matters. He
What was he before?
He never used,
Ainemo
he used to
is
play
a
cricket.
bowler.
What was he?
Aine used to play cricket. He was in
Ainemo
Newhouse,
is-
and
Ainemo plays like biscuits.
He always looks uneasy in that.
he's not around with this, so he won't know. He won't know
Have you seen
Zimbe.
biscuits play? And have you seen Ainemo play?
Can you imagine the man just
I feel
flying in?
I feel like Ainemo plays
You know-
like this guy of Brighton, Valeva.
So I literally was like, you know what? I'm suffering this side. I see my friends online having fun. What even this service centers are like, let me first go home. And clearly that was a good decision.
So you come in, take everyone by storm. You scored around 14 goals in like 7
Oh,
games.
7 games.
The man used to score at least 2 goals per
A
game.
goal per half.
That's how he ends up becoming
Goal per half.
MVP.
No, I literally,
Half of
because at the time, I was considerably fit, and really,
You still look fit.
I tried to stay healthy.
And you had a special pair of boots, eh? You had a very
I
special
still
pair.
have it.
The color black.
Black Adidas.
Yes.
Hatejo Adidas is older
Predator.
than some people.
How old is that boot?
Kevin Troy in the mud.
It's older than one of our producers. But he's here in the room. But honestly, the Lions League holds a very special place, at least not only to me, but everyone here.
But I need to know. Season 5, this man comes back, dominates second half of that season. Why do you think your peers voted you as the most valuable player? Or why do you think the league sat down and said, Because it is very hard playing in the entire Lions League. No matter how much people say it is a Sunday league and you come and just sweat and what, you will come and find very drunk guys and you're a very fit team that has trained for weeks and they will beat you 2-0, pants down.
Very much so. I think
So
you
what
guys,
did you do that season that
I think number one
gave these guys the confidence to award you that prestigious
number
accolade?
one, the judges were drunk. So clearly they thought
A two-footed player
a two-footed player
from America.
was and
Very good
they
PR.
forgot
PR
what
merchant.
other people had been doing. No, but at the time, I don't know. I think that was my main battlefield. And in our time, you know, Kajugo has an MVP. I might be an MVP here, but Kajugo has an MVP. So in my head, I was like, you know what? I need to prove a point.
So as a team or club,
is the MVP.
as a team, you have your own
I know when
MVP
this guy is an MVP.
Lies.
on pitch
No,
or
Peter, come
off pitch. Because I don't think
Kario.
Kajogo gets a result if they don't have Zimbe on that pitch.
Yeah. By the way, you know,
How many
last
games
season-
do you win?
Last season when we beat them,
Prince Andy.
last season,
By the way, you guys have seen Prince Andy when you no matter whatever you are, I will not finish the other part of the food. But this Andy that you're seeing, I'm sure if you go to the pictures, season finale pictures of when Kabali won, there's a picture of him attempting a bicycle kick hitting the ball and Philemon saving it in top 90.
He's the one who attempted that bicycle kick.
I
Or you
did
were the one?
and
Yes.
he copied it and he did the same thing.
Both in the same game.
Same
In the
match.
same game.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what it took.
Well, maybe he did.
That's
copy,
what it
but he
took.
did
Me,
the
the only thing I remember from that final was Quiri.
Query.
Oh, yeah, well, I still regret that pass. I gave him a pass, and that man has never been the same.
He has never
But you see,
recovered.
Kajogo in that blue jersey was something else.
Yeah, I remember they hit Machando 11 goals.
I
Yeah,
think
in that
we lost
season.
you guys on the penalties. I
Back
remember
then
that
there were
game
no draws.
proper.
Every game would go to
Every-
penalty.
every-
There was a result
Some
every
penalties
game.
actually.
But you can imagine.
There was this guy. I think he married the Muzungu or something.
That is Roland. Yeah, he was a
It was
defender.
serious that season.
There was, if you could score a goal against Kajogo, you would have done a tremendous miracle. Because at the time,
Thank you very
Peter,
much. Thank you very
you
much.
could dribble Peter 10 times
And you still come
and
back.
you will get the ball from
Thank you
him.
very much. Thank you very much, Zimbe. A few episodes back, I told these guys the greatest final Inter Lions League has ever seen.
Lies.
Is
What
in season
happened?
7.
Why
He has
is
just
it
said
special?
scoring a goal against Kajogo.
Why do you think it is
Fair, huh?
special?
We scored
Wait.
3.
3. We
So that
scored
makes
4
it-
past
that's-
them.
that makes
himself
it
2
the best
bicycle
final
kicks in a
ever.
game.
Okay,
That's why he was
I
awarded
take what I
every
said
season
back.
7. He should be here.
No, what I want to understand, this man said it was the highest scoring final ever. We put 4 past our Zibo. Our first
And
trophy.
that and it
debut
was also
season.
4-2.
Which one?
Plus
Debut
4-2.
season, we scored 4 past our Zibo. What are you talking about?
You're playing guys. Anyway,
Hey, you know Lagu?
those are my elder. I can't speak bad.
Talk about Munge.
So guys,
who is my boy?
now that he's already talking about season 7, tell us about season 7, because now you play full season and then you again become MVP officially, because season 5,
Co-MVP with Philemon.
Nice.
Lies.
Nice.
Mark,
I was keeping the records at that time. Should I bring the records?
nothing.
No,
There's
one-
nothing like
one man has the
co-MVP.
record.
Time coach of
One man had the record.
Zakayo says tax is this, tax is this.
Yes.
So Zimbe, now we had said earlier season 5 you came a bit late, but you ended up being MVP
In half a season.
half a season. But season 7, you're now fully there from the start. You understand the league. You've been there. How did you find it? How did you keep that hunger to become MVP again? How did you do it?
Season 7 was interesting.
The one at Chadondo.
So Zimbe was back-to-back MVP.
No. Season 6, we had a season at KCCA,
You know what he said?
but we didn't. Yeah, that's the season when
But you have a champion from that season.
Machando. Yeah, we have a champion.
But if I was to award the MVP season, MVP award for that season, I would definitely give it to Nesta. Nesta played football that season.
Bonche FC.
To the extent
Bonche.
that they had to shift to do something with the rules of the league
The
so that Nesta doesn't score. The
Nesta-
one would score from
Wait a
anywhere.
minute now. Know
Nesta
this,
and Graham.
know this, you're not mentioning my guy, Aaron Aroriza.
Aroriza.
El Presidente.
El
Yeah.
President. No.
President has
That
become
Bonche,
deadly.
that Bonche team was too deadly. Aroriza never used to
He
smell
hasn't
minutes.
He
smelled
couldn't even
minutes.
smell bench.
He used to be
So they are the
there.
first team to go unbeaten.
No, the season didn't end.
Okay,
you guys.
Kashoro was unbeaten on season 1.
Of course.
In
Because
2 games
they-
in
in
1
2
hour.
hours.
Of course.
Then-
Illuminati FC.
Then
Well,
season
one-
6,
and
season
one
6
and
also didn't end with like three games to go, because Machando
Can't work.
ate league fees.
That-
That's the season when they ate
was
league.
it Ken?
Keno and Nad.
Keno-
It's on
Keno and
record.
Nad.
It's on record. Actually, when we reached
Kunkano Yotariki fees.
we still had like 4 game weeks. Then Machando ate league fees. Then they decided to play the final. So the top 2.
But that is one of the hardest stories that are going to stick forever. How do you
So-
think fees?
But for real, that story is true.
Yeah, the story is true. So what they do,
As far as we know.
they decided to play the final. The top 2 were Abaziwa and
The
Boshe.
final was played before
Wait,
the.
did we play outside the pitch?
No, we played at Lugogo. We played in Lugogo.
We had the
That's
fans
when
for
we
that.
played full pitch. So definitely the league didn't go into those whole things of MVP, what.
Could definitely-
So they never awarded MVP, but they
It could
gave.
definitely be the only final that we got to play full pitch.
Yeah, we played full pitch.
yeah,
That was
yes,
Abaziwa one. Very boring
And
final,
Boshe.
0-0. So they didn't really give out an MVP award. They just gave out.
But
The
let me
trophy
get
to-
this straight. Let me get this straight.
Even I'm not.
Are you trying to
believing
say
this.
it is boring because Boshe was unbeaten?
It was boring
Yeah,
because
you already-
maybe they could have lost in those
I am not
3 match
pushing.
days.
I'm not pushing any agenda.
You're pushing an agenda.
for the unbeaten team right now or anything.
You also played the 0-0 final.
No, the final was boring.
0-0 finals.
You are a specialist in 0-0 finals.
Boring people.
There was a 1-1 somewhere.
How can you always be playing for penalties?
If stuff fails, put
You have to play to your.
If stuff fails,
You have
put Oringo in goal.
you have a gold contender on the team, and you play 0-0, no goals.
Embuzi ne
Wama,
wajisaka final.
really?
What is weird is Wajira came here one day and said Shera FC is Oringo Tite and Inshallah.
No,
And
like,
we said maybe
What
no.
do you mean?
But we had him.
What do you
But
mean?
it was the
We
truth.
had him.
Who
Oringo
takes
Tite and
Inshera to
Inshallah.
the final?
Yeah?
He's part of us, so you can call him the GOAT. It's okay, anything you want.
Nanti, we are saying
the-
0-0 finals are
Our
boring.
elder here has played one final and lost. You've played two and lost. So you have nothing to tell me. Anyway,
There is this one team that want to sneak in.
so
a
Zimbe,
shield.
we are now in season 7. Tell us how was it? How did you feel?
So season 7 holds how do we put this? It holds a special place somewhere there.
Bittersweet.
It is a very bittersweet, because by all bars of measurement, Katugo should have won season 7. But
They did deserve it.
There was an imposter in there.
there was
The
a
name of
super,
Kabali FC.
there was a super team there.
I mean, we are playing USA Academy players. Have them Henry too. So
No way.
How many Kabali players were playing that season? On that
that
final?
season.
There was one
You
Kabali
had
player.
Pema, you had Alexander, you
They
had
had- No,
take
Zanda
your
was-
time. Take your
you
time.
had Kagezi.
Let me give you the
They had
facts. Let me
Kagezi.
give you the facts.
They had Bingwa.
Let me give
They
you the
had
facts.
Raymond. They had Bannet.
Let me give you the facts by now.
They had
Season 7.
Bakami Nabane that team here.
Hey,
Season
Emma.
7.
That's not all.
No.
Pogba was there.
Guys,
P4.
let's go.
Pogba is in
Let's
that
go
team.
process by process.
Wajira.
Season 7. Kajogo dominates from game week 1. It was a 14 game season. I lose the first 3 match days. FC Kabali loses the first 3 match
You're
days.
lying.
We lost the first because we go for penalties. We drew 2 and lost on penalties the first.
That's when you are playing the Mayor Nanti.
Now, reaching the final, we had to win the next about 10 or 11 games in a row to just to even have a sniff or a scent of the final. We reached the final. We are
let me ask you a
facing
question.
Prime Bannet, Prime Jaja, Prime Zibon, Prime
Maybe not
Foxy,
so much about Prime Zibon.
Prime Ozil.
You guys, by the way,
That's
did
not
watch-
Prime Zibon.
You guys did not watch Brian play football.
Zibo.
Zibo.
I heard he was
Anyone who has
smart.
watched I'm telling you, the very first person I've ever seen juggle a ball more than 3 times is Zibo. At the time I was at Boma Primary School.
That is like in 92.
It was a very long time ago. I remember the year. It was 19. It was 2000.
Zibo, don't lie. Zibo.
Because we're in P7.
Sorry, Zimbe.
We're in P7.
Zibo. You
P7.
qualify.
We're in P7.
Zibo.
And Zibo was at
Zimbe.
at municipal. Let me tell you this story. You guys, Muzarawa, Zibo, Titamani.
You qualify for the International School League. Boma International Primary School. Was I not
Okay. By the way, I need to donate to my school because it's not even a local.
No, but wait, about that international thing, international schools league thing. Don't we qualify? Because clearly we have another we have a branch in.
We have gone international.
We are international. Well, I think we qualify.
They should send an FC Kabali
No,
that has played the greatest final.
You'll go to
Whereby-
Legends and see. You'll see if they will allow you into the association.
Yeah, so you guys didn't watch Zibo, the real Zibo Imumkarewa, Zibo Wakuzire. You guys didn't. Zibo would score free kick. Anyway, the first time I met Zibo, I was in primary 7, and it was Boma versus Mbara Municipal.
Which decade?
I think we were really worried that the computers were going to take us in Y2K.
I think.
That's 19.
That is 2000. That's when I was in P7. So, a very long time ago. So, if many of you know Mbayara, you probably know the police pitch. It's behind, it's opposite CPS. It's a very dirt pitch. So for us, we are Boma Primary. We're going there to Central Police Post. And behind there is actually it's across the road behind the prison. Actually, the prisoners would sit on top of the walls to watch us play football.
To watch Zimbe.
To watch Zimbe play football.
Zimbe.
I'm telling you. So anyway, I had never seen anyone juggle ball. It would come to Zanobu Kumote. 1, 2, 3. Wow. We get there. Guess who's in the middle of the field juggling non-stop? We are kids. Brian is juggling non-stop. Back at Tera goals in the same. I think it was like 7-1.
What competition was it?
It was just a friendly game. They were like, "Oh, we are finishing primary before we go to school. Let's have a Boma versus Municipal." Mwana abazire kubachumanyire bakandi bakwije batwihe yako bakatutera ruhanga rwanje.
Zimbe, I've had your award for MVP as a key holder and PK haircut. Whatever. Right now we're used to MVP going to Barranco Homes.
I know.
No. Just possible. Quarter.
I mean,
Quarter into the room.
me, I can tell you that I don't know where my MVP trophies are.
Are you sure?
I can assure you I don't know.
2-time MVP of the league.
Arguably 3 times, but who's counting? But I can guarantee you, if my original trophy,
No, it is okay.
my original trophy was a key holder, rightly so, and not a haircut. It was a flask. Bashasha or big bro, tukwebaza munonga. Actually, I actually need a key holder now. Now it could be handy, but
Now it could be valid.
yeah, kwa kama ni canteen na when ka primo kanje.
They started giving out the awards when Abazimu came on board and Bashasha was giving us his.
Yeah, but hands down, Bashasha.
Thank you.
If you bow hands down.
He did pay league fees for Abashwech a certain season. I don't remember which one, but Mr. Bashasha.
No. When we won the greatest
Much
Lions
respect.
League final ever in the history of the league, he contributed. He gave us half the league fees for season 8. That I picked that money myself.
Which one is the greatest?
Season 7 when he was MVP.
So if Bashasha hadn't given you money, I would be a champion. Bashasha.
But you know, I think that makes me wonder. Somebody guys here and here, greatest final. What is there to show? Well, you have the most incapable 60% ever.
No, but Marvin, I remember Marvin playing in that.
The original Marvin, the real Marvin.
I remember,
The real
and to be honest,
Marvin, the last captain to take inter school to nationals. 2012. It's 12 years and counting.
Hey, Marvin went to the finals. Oshaba went to the finals. What are you
Which
talking
finals?
about? Oshaba went to the finals.
Which finals?
What are you talking about? Do you have facts?
Went to which finals?
Ask around.
Went to which finals?
Pogba played nationals.
Pogba.
Yes.
What's Pogba's real name?
Gavi.
but honestly speaking, the feeling of MVP back then, I think, is different. Is different from now. At now, bagayino bazachi gari wakuzira amagufa tukabe subaho. You know, it is like this grandiose thing that, but I think from get-go, at entire school, being able to play very good football. And of course, in Ntare, you cannot go to Ntare unless you're also a sharp guy. And having those two together is always a super feeling, in that everyone is always looking up to you. Because I don't know of any person who has been an MVP and they are not a standard guy.
To give Zimbe his flowers, last season we were finalists and our highest scoring game was against Kajogo. But the man was absent that day. We beat Kajogo 6, but Zimbe and Jaja Hario were absent that day. I don't think it would have happened under their watch.
Can I tell you something
Kajuba
that I
doesn't
will
get
always
the
come up with,
Zimbe is
even if you
number one.
asked me today right now? If you asked me to make the entire league select, there are a few people that I will always be assured of that are going to start on that team. Zimbe and Kachonya.
Zimbe is actually a former vice captain of the select team.
Yeah.
Vice captain was there for some good time.
If it was about giving flowers, one thing I'm always sure about, there is
Mwebale batsebo
better.
orahara roho konka.
Bromfield is technical. He scores the goals, but what he puts on pitch is not something. We once had something like that in Proba, but we were rigged.
Let's have some order kindly. Let's kindly.
Proba was.
He was not someone who can single-handedly win you a game.
Yeah.
Like the way he does for his team.
Yeah.
Actually, that brings me to the question that I wanted to ask you. As a player who now we can put in the older...
I am really old. No, don't,
the-
feel free to put me in the older.
Yeah, because when they were suggesting the whole tiering thing, they wanted to start from Nshera as the young guys going down. So, Zimbe, you represent a section of players from the upper the older
Echelons
guys
of this
who
life.
are still playing at the top level. In of course the league thingy. How do you do it? How do you feel when you're going to play a guy from Nshaka and then the kiddos are looking at you, they're like, and then you get on pitch and just dismantle them? You, what really motivates you to keep going? And
That is a very good question that I also ask myself. Nimba nimfachi.
It was in the first game against the Shaka
This season.
and they were hyped.
Hey!
We've gotten was
Actually, that is a very good way to bring it. Yes.
Calm them down.
Yeah, I think that is usually the driving motivation. Because, you know, hey, for me, I'm a very competitive human being. Anyone who knows me knows I hate losing. And I really
you're
do.
still a commoner.
Being a commoner has, by the way, in life you learn lessons. And learning how to lose gracefully is a very, very vital lesson. You kids out there, you have to learn how to lose gracefully. And we've been doing it for how many seasons? How many seasons have we been doing it? But do we even lose gracefully? Anyway, honestly speaking, first repeat the question. Because this conversation
I was asking because,
What motivates
as
me?
the older guys, because not only you in particular, but I believe Kashoro, Kafubs, Abazibu. These are the teams that you go to play and you're like, you're going to hammer them because you hear he was in P7 in 1992, one, and then you're like, you're going to beat these guys. But you get on pitch, 1-0.
I think much of the...
How do you guys do it?
How do we do it? I remember, number one, of course I hate losing, and I think part of you have to go back to guys like, I know you look at guys like me and you're like, how do you do it? But for me, I go back to guys like Abazibu. Abazibu, you'd come and you're all fit and they pass you out of the game. I forget, is it Benzo?
It's okay, Benjamin.
Benzo, I remember I went up to him and I went to him and I asked him and I was like, man, how do you do it? How do you do it? And he gave me the formula. Although his involves smoking cigarettes. But
the formula was 8 steps down.
Something along those lines. But I think when we came this morning, I found someone who I'm very comfortable handing the baton to, doing those things. You have to remain hungry over long periods of time. Even up to now, I don't go to any game thinking that I'm going to lose. And I never accept losing. And I'm sure you people know I get angry if I lose.
Yeah.
I fucking get angry. I don't want to lose.
I've seen it before.
And I think that is the only way to do it.
Some brilliant motivation.
I think that's what Maua lacks.
You can attack Kabali, you want to play the greatest friend. Zimbe, I want to ask you personally. This is from me. There's our brother over here, Baino, who has been lying to us for ages of his talent, his oversteps.
I saw glimpses of it.
From Africa House to Kashega.
I saw glimpses of it. Because I came back one time.
Experience in school when this man was.
I came back one time. I think I played a game with you. I think you guys were Abasia at the time. I came from the US, and you guys. I think you guys. I played a friendly game. He was good at set pieces. I think I do remember. Akana Teraza free kicker. He was a distilled down Zimbe.
He was good at penalties. That's one
True.
thing.
Now I'm asking. Before the league, we're back home at Intare School. Did you ever interface in the school team setup, the football setup, with the future captain of the school team that I found there?
Admittedly, I think no. Not that I remember. Kwonka at the time.
He joined with.
He joined in
2008. Once again, we have to thank our wonderful sponsors, Big Shots Photography, and we are blessed to have the CEO right here with us, Aine Derick. Thank you very much for always giving us the best
It is a pleasure.
wedding photographer. Zimbe, use his services.
Ubobwa mweta CEO wa Big Shots na neto wanzawanyete team sabiani. Okuzawa.
Zimbe.
Senior researcher.
Zimbe happens to be
I actually resigned from that.
I saw you getting a farewell cake, one of the worst cakes I've seen in my life. Very, very ugly cake.
Where did you go?
Very ugly. It was
FDC, but
it was blue and
I liked it. That was when Noma, all good things come to an end sooner or later, right?
yeah.
But the Kaptaka was sidetracked by that. To get point one or raising.
And of course, online Chupa, the best dealers in alcohol, beverages, and everything like that. You can always call them any time of the night if you have a party. Anyway, so guys, Zimbe has told us his story. He has told us from when he came back, when he was at Intare, the wonderful football he played. We can all agree he's a wonderful player. But of course, we've had other MVPs in the league, right? From season 7, we move on to season 8. Season 8, I remember it was one man.
Yeah.
I think that's the season when he scored the most goals ever recorded in the league. Around 20, 25, 20 what? Yeah, wonderful player for
But
wonderful
I want
team.
to
Most goals in the league,
I have a
it
question
is
for
Mukama
one.
Emma.
Mukama scored.
Most goals in the league, it is Mukama Emma, and it is at 21. 21.
Wanyama scored 23
Official
goals.
stats. Official stats
Scored
is 1
23.
man. Official stats is 1 man.
So season 8, one man was the MVP. Scored 23 goals. 23? That's what the records have. That's the season when we were at Nambole season.
That was your first shield.
No? Man, why are you like this? we lost.
Asking a genuine question. You can
I actually did.
Because they have champions medals. They got champions medals.
Celebrate.
Do you have that medal?
Yeah, I
He
do.
does.
I do.
And a
Are you a
banner.
champion?
And a banner and t-shirts.
That's the first time we got medals in the league. We didn't have medals before.
What Korota?
Ishera was the first team to bring medals to the league.
Yeah, but one
Losing finalists and
So you're saying Kabali FC didn't smell medals?
nothing. I had no medal.
Greatest final ever. No medal.
No.
They had no medal.
We received medals. What they call it, posthumously after.
Posthumously.
After you did. No.
Actually, you received those medals posthumously. I believe you will.
That's the word. You know, us we are learning.
No.
Posthumously.
Yes.
I'm going to send you photos of the medals we
It's
received.
just like your passport.
The man,
Wait,
the man.
okay.
It's just like
How-
your passport.
how could I
It has
receive
never
them
showed
if
up.
It's not posthumous.
You see, the problem is we don't follow each other on Instagram, but you'd see.
I
follow you.
I've been to places.
I follow you, you
I've been
follow
to
me.
places. I've been to places.
Which places in Rwanda was your first time you bought a plane?
Instagram. You're rocking Facebook.
But everything aside, Wanyama Elijah.
Top.
Wanyama Elijah.
MVP
Is that one
season 8.
striker I have gone against, and I think you're always sure he's going to score you at a certain point in time. I had this incident at Games Cambridge.
I remember that
The first
game.
finale.
I remember.
We went to Mbara, so we brought in this guy from. He was in
Agadi.
Hawaii. He's called Oponya.
Agadi
Oponya.
Oponya.
Oponya. We are sure this guy is going to handle Wanyama. First
No, it
goal.
was James. If you had beaten Ishera, you
We are going to
qualify
the
for the
final.
final.
We lose that. Ishera goes to the
Yeah,
final.
Ishera goes to the final.
So
It
this,
was a final before
the
the
first
final.
ball comes in. Oponya is like
Offside trap.
offside track. Ono Muyina.
Behind him.
Wanyama is behind. Inside. Hits me far post. I couldn't do anything. Like, Oponya, what is happening? I had him. He was offside. I don't know why like my brother. You're wrong. This is the Lions League.
That's season 9 at James.
Just like that, we
was
did go to the
season
final
9.
because of Wanyama Elijah. And he's one of the people that I will always respect in the league. One of the goal scorers that I will always be like, he can do anything. I feel like he's low-key a Lukaku.
Wanyama was
Lukaku is
he's
Lukaku
good
is
on
a serious goal
his
scorer.
his first touch is better than Lukaku's.
One man shoots less.
Lies.
I want to agree that one man's first touch is slightly better than the different.
The man has
You see one man's
Way
fa-
better.
you
He's
see
a-
one man's first touch last season.
no, last season he
That's
was
what
injured. He
I
was injured.
think almost you're about to experience it. You're just now enjoying it.
He is going to know. He will know. He will know the truth.
Yes, the campaign will come.
Aine has
and
compared
the
him
knees
to
will
Lukaku,
buckle.
but for me, every time I see one man, I see Adama.
A Traore.
Nyamas, some oil.
Start bad.
Yeah, start bad.
Akina, penalty.
You
One
people
man.
have a lot of disrespect. The man
Because
has
he
scored
one
so
man
many.
scored last season.
Last season he had 5,
That
but he played like 8 games.
impressive.
He was injured. He was
Nice.
very injured.
That one man played almost every game.
No, I'm not defending him because he's my friend. I'm just saying the truth. These
And it's
are
okay to
facts.
defend him as your friend.
The man played few games. He was injured.
Who was
Even just by me talking about that lie, you were sweating.
Who became MVP in season 9?
What's undisputed is the man is very lethal.
Yeah.
Very
In front
lethal.
of goal.
He really
I
deserved
think
that.
there's maybe one other person in front of goal who's that lethal.
HP.
Edmundo.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
you were going to talk about him.
Edmundo.
That is one of the most underrated people in Dare League.
And probably in a different era, maybe Edmundo would be the one who's being talked about.
As an MVP, if he was
Who's Edmund? Who's
I
this
think-
Edmund?
Taremwa Edgar.
Okay,
Kanyonyi.
the celebration is like,
Kanyonyi.
I think Edmundo's problem is the team he plays with. You see, you can't be playing with
Mauda.
Davis here, sending all the balls to the moon,
and
But that's how he
by the way,
scores.
And you have Bengo as your keeper.
and you have Bengo.
and that's
Put
the thing,
Edmundo in a team like TY. Now kutelera golo makumiana in the season.
and I think
So you're saying
that's the
Jose is
thing.
beans?
No, and I'm saying he's lethal. He's that lethal.
Yeah.
Doesn't have the season
He has never scored.
Has he ever hit 40?
He has been top scorer 2 seasons back to back.
Has he ever hit the league record?
But he has been top scorer back to back.
The
That's
league
what I'm
record
telling
stands
you.
at 21.
If Edmundo was in that team, now he could become top
there
scorer.
are several things that come into play when you're talking about who's going to be a top scorer. For you to be a top scorer, number one, you need to be able to
have
be
service.
in positions to score. And number two, you have to have the supply when you're in those positions to score. So I think...
But Edmundo has the supply because
supply?
whenever Davis gets the
Karashan
ball,
Davis.
he hits it up in the air.
Over the box.
And the man is known as
And
Canyon.
the problem is that
Known as Canyon. He's always in the air.
The ball is in the swamp. There's no way Canyon you can go to the swamp to pick the ball and
So
score.
first pause.
No, but
I'm missing something critical here. So I want to pose this question to like the MVPs we have here. What sets apart a most valuable player of entire Lions League from a top scorer? Because a top scorer can, the way you guys are describing him, is going to score goals, is going to create moments, is going to do all this. What sets apart a most valuable player?
If I could give my perception, the most valuable player of the entire league, I think this is way beyond football. This is not just football, and at times it goes to the social appearance that you have with the people. Truthfully, much as you may play the good football, you're not going to play the good football and then after the game you leave.
Chris.
You get. Much as we have very, very, very good players in the league. We have people who play in the Super League with us. But
they suck. I'm sorry. Super League is not Lions League, but continue.
anyway, you see,
Express
being MVP is...
What is the point?
$1.
No, let's be honest.
$1.
When you talk Msharaga,
You guys, you're talking about unbeaten champion.
It doesn't mean you can't be dribbled.
Unbeaten
But
champion.
anyway,
Unbeaten champion.
What sets apart
I feel
the
like
most valuable player from a top scorer? Because
most valuable
I think-
player...
What Aine is saying has credibility. You see, it's not just about the football. No, never. Most of the times, all the people that are nominated are good footballers. Season 13, they nominated Mugerwa Branpo. They nominated MC Disease and Pema. Disease and Mugerwa could go head to head. They had played the football of their lives.
Yeah, true.
So I think what came to decide who is the MVP of the season is what Aine is discussing right now. It goes beyond the football.
Yeah.
although I would want to front a very selfish agenda.
I know you support disease.
Yes, I do, but the selfish agenda
you
is...
can only wonder why.
So guys,
But it's good
before we continue,
allow me to answer his question.
Yes, please.
About what makes an MVP. He mentioned
Because captains decide. You see, it's not statistic based.
and you're asking the
accolade.
criteria that
teams decide
that the captain or the teams used to decide. I think, of course, number one, as he has rightly put it, you need to be able to have this aura at the league where someone will come and
You're the man.
yeah, you're the man.
You're the
Because
man.
I don't know the last MVP that isn't a man, right? Or the man, whichever one you want to call it. But maybe one more thing, and this is me pushing the selfish agenda. An MVP should actually be an MVP. In that, if they are not playing, their team doesn't win.
and that is Zimbe.
Yes, he should provide the
Typical
most value to his
You want
team.
MVP every season.
That's where I can be MVP every season.
Because when you're not there,
Actually,
Kajogo
I
with
can
only
offside.
Sykes here, you have
You're
Zibon.
going to mention the whole team now.
Just
You
two
see,
guys,
actually,
Zibon
we
and
all
Sykes
need
here.
to be there to
Beans FC.
Zimbe is a very important player and Foxe. But anyway, so we move on from season 8. That was one man. You already allowed well-deserved MVP.
Yeah.
Season 9, who becomes MVP now?
Mukama
Emma. That is he was in Abashwechi at the time.
That is
another.
Truthfully, this is my view on camera. Mukama Emmanuel is the best player Ntare League has ever seen.
You want to repeat it again so that we can get...
I think that is a little bit disrespectful
on camera,
to me.
personal view.
Yeah,
Let me put this straight.
I'm agreeing with you.
Mukama Emmanuel
I'm agreeing with
would
you.
probably be the best player that we've had in the league,
Do you know
despite drinking his alcohol.
Do you know I'm Do you know I'm agreeing with Aine?
Mukama
Because-
is
because he played
undisputed.
He's going to
No,
bring
no,
in
what
Kabali.
Aine is saying, I agree with it 100%. Mukama Emmanuel is a bowler. Mukama Emmanuel has aspects. People like Zimbe, there are very few people in the league who can play with both feet and destroy you with both feet. Dribble, control, touch, pass, cross.
On this set, it's not only Zimbe that can play with both feet. We have my brother Brian O'Brien here. We have myself.
Because I don't think we have any
I
player
think
who
what
plays
he
with
said-
one foot in the league.
I'll be very honest. I think what he said is a little bit disrespectful.
Very disrespectful.
To the Mount Rushmore of
Two-footed players.
No, the Mount Rushmore of Ntare Lions League and Ntare football.
Okay.
The Mount Rushmore of.
Okay,
For those of you who don't know what
Wakache,
Mount
first,
Rushmore is,
Four greatest ever. Like Mount Rushmore has 4 presidents. on
it
it.
has the
know.
Mount
Yeah,
Rushmore.
Bakora history.
For instance, one Gamba Mount Rushmore of golf. You talk about Tiger Woods, you talk about Jack Nicklaus, you talk about
FC Kabali.
Ben Hogan, you
And
talk about
Byron
Sam
Boston.
Smith,
Golf.
right? So if you're
You're
going
going
to
to
talk
chase you
about
off the
the
set.
Mount Rushmore of Ntare Lions League, there are certain people that have to be there, right?
Give us those people.
There are certain people that have to be there.
And what Tanga?
One of them is debatable, but let's just put them there because he's standing here. But one man has to be on the Mount Rushmore.
True.
Yeah,
Right?
true.
I agree.
One man would have to be on the Mount Rushmore. And I see another goat.
No.
Yes, sir.
Don't
Another
go
goat
ahead. Please go ahead.
claiming
don't say
and
it.
scratching.
Don't say it.
And
No, Ajira, we are
speak.
we
Let
are
the man
serious.
bleating. The goats bleat.
Let the man speak.
We
I
have
see another goat bleating.
we have serious people watching
But this
us.
one belongs
Mention that goat.
on the Independence Monument in Uganda.
And Wankolota.
Ojile Rugabire. Because Ojile Kinton Munjini is up to Mount Rushmore. So the one man belongs on that Mount Rushmore, right? For me, the other person I would put.
You have 3 more picks.
I know, I do have 3 more picks. I very well know, and these are not easy picks. Believe me, the other Mount Rushmore, the other person I put on the Mount Rushmore of Lions League is Angel Dahajiri.
Ndahajiri Angel.
Yes.
Dahajiri Angel.
Yes.
How?
He's the inaugural champion.
Inaugural MVP.
But Kabze is also inaugural champion.
Yeah, but Kabze is an inaugural champion for different reasons.
He was captain.
For the best penalty
He was captain.
ever taken in Ntare League.
Inaugural captain.
So, Mount Rushmore of Lions League, Nyonya Dorebe, like last season, you, and that's why I was saying you have to define what MVP means or what any of
Value
these
to
things
the club.
If someone has to be shipped
From Barara.
from Mbarara every week,
Hey,
gwe bakutamuka sente,
this is news.
But boys,
Nwajira is the one who puts
our
in.
boys
Yeah,
can.
If comes from Barara.
they ship this man.
They ship you from Chanja to.
Our boys
Let me
can
tell you the
come
highlight.
and live under
For
every
me,
game.
what I can easily add, I know I'm dragging on this, but what I can easily add, you watch Kajogo Kashoro last season, Kaya Katutera goal from center field.
Haram. Full James you can score a similar goal.
I feel like
That was not so.
Bogere scored it against you
will
guys.
put the ball down and kick it. Or he'll put the ball down. It's usually a dead ball situation. konka Ndahagire naza gukwata either banze yatakoringa Zimbe amwiha mpira arebe ruguru kipa atariyo amutere chip.
Which Ndahagire are we talking about?
We are only talking about one Angel Ndahagire, and I know you people will not consider him because maybe you're looking at all these other metrics that you're saying, social media.
No.
I'm talking about pure value to the team.
So what you're saying in front of camera right now is that Ndahagire
is on the Mount Rushmore.
Has more soccer than Kabubi Fulgencio.
Ba na Kabubi na yaza kuzoa Ndahagire na mzatati Ndahagire nyeje sompi.
I know Moses. I want to mention all those Gashoro boys.
I know Moses.
Sakafutezo mutwe. Tomorrow to Ndahagire Ndahagire na wasinga kapira they accept.
Bona na wasinga. Bona.
Okay.
So our Mount Rushmore of Lions League, and many people are laughing at my second pick. Who is Angel Ndahagire? So you guys are claiming 2 more picks. We have 3 picks.
Who is the third?
Was 4 presidents.
Yes, me. I'm adding. I'm putting there a Donald Trump to the side of it. So so there's one man Ndahagire. I'll put Murphy.
Oshaba.
Kabali.
Oh. Serwanga Marvel.
He's the one player I've been like, if I can play with that guy. Ogumana na mafubo.
Thank you. You see, that's why Zimbe went to the United States to 1880. He's
Ogumana na mafubo.
Anyway,
Coach Marvin is. Let me finish my. I know you're trying to interject. Of course, number 3.
Number 4.
Number 4, you've proven yourself very, very adaptable.
Most decorated.
Most
2
decorated.
positions.
Ask around.
What? So, this one is a very good person to hand the baton to the president of the Mount Rushmore.
You didn't even put yourself.
He wants to put
The
himself
president
number
of
5.
Mount Rushmore.
Not he asked for 5.
No, he said 4.
I said 5.
You said 5.
Yeah.
We've been talking about 4 picks.
Yes.
Now
And
they are
I
5.
think, I think on that, I think the league is in very good hands.
Okay.
There's
Marvin of Kabali is there. I am good to go.
Anyway, the thing about football is that knowing it does not mean that you know it.
And it's always an opinion.
He's a good footballer, but he's not a good analyst when it comes to football. You'll accept.
Marvin can be bent.
Yeah.
So if
all his picks are bins apart from one man.